on Leighton's side, that Emergency Jelly is one of those variations of Roaring Moon that we haven't seen much in recent times.
Yeah, letting you heal damage if you are, you know, under or 30 HP remaining. But it looks like our Swiss round 14 match is starting. Adam Hawkins on the right, going to start our turn off there with the Hisuian Heavy Ball and has led that Evolving Skies Dragonite V in the active.
Yeah, nice, easy turn one action there. Doesn't have to then search through the deck to find out what has been prized. Hisuian Heavy Ball allowing him to grab that Manaphy out of the prizes there. Just staring down at that Mew EX, a fantastic card we haven't had a chance to really speak about too much so far in the stream. A recent addition to the format, has a fantastic ability in restart, being able to draw your cards up into your free cards in hand, and that genome hacking attack as well, choosing one of your opponent's active attacks and use it as this. It's really, really cool, and a splashable, unique card to fit in a lot of decks.
It's actually surprisingly live in this matchup about that genome hacking, since Leighton does play a whole bevy, a full play set of energy switcher. Getting those energy via Dark Patch onto a Dark type and onto the Mew EX is possible, and in this exact scenario, let's pretend that Mew EX did have free energy attached, you could genome hack that Dragon Gale and actually KO that Dragonite, as Adam is going to Nest Ball for a Comfey Skateboard to get into the active and start off getting his first card in the Lost Zone via this Flower Selecting.
Yep, Adam Hawkins' Lost Box deck is very much a throwback to what we've seen from one of the more original Lost Box variants, where it used to sort of combine Dragonite V, Raikou Vs, lots of these big V attackers, utilizing Mirage Gate and just sort of swinging it in the face of your opponent. This time now, we're sort of mixing it up. There's still the Dragonite V as we've seen. The Galarian Moltres V is in there as well, because he's utilizing Dark Energies because he does play his own Roaring Moon EX.
I think that was a tough selection of that tough choice of that Flower Selects in there. Superrod and Cramorant. I believe that is, he does play 2 copies of Cramorant, but Adam Hawkins deciding that Cramorant is very important. Took that off the Flower Selecting. Over to Leighton for his first turn though, in our round 14 feature. He's going to start the turn off by placing a Pokestop to replace Beach Court, and then play a Trekking Shoes to keep whatever card that was on the top. I believe it might have been an Ultra Ball.
Yeah, didn't even touch on the fact that the Mew EX also has free retreat.
Oh, it does.
Beach Court, only really useful for Adam in this scenario right now. So Leighton now utilizing his Ultra Ball that he's picked up, finding one of his Roaring Moon pieces, does have access to that Pokestop to start churning through that deck as quickly as possible as well.
Does also play 3 copies of Pokemon Catcher. So, Alex, in an ideal world, Leighton could do the unthinkable and get 3 energy attached to that Roaring Moon EX and play a Pokemon Catcher and bring up that Dragonite V and KO it via Calamity Storm or Frenzy Gouging.
Yeah, we speak about the deck so often being sort of streamlined, having a particular route to victory. There's a restart already.
What a restart as well. Got a Earthen Vessel and a basic Dark Energy, so you can grab the basic Dark Energy, put it in the discard pile to grab 2 more, play that Dark Patch, and then Squawk and Seize the other 2 into the discard pile, because Leighton actually really wants Dark Energy in the discard pile, Alex, because you can Professor Side of Vitality, them back into play, or use Dark Patch. So that restart coming in for immediate value. I know that's a word you like.
Yeah, I love a bit of value. Thank you very much, Dave, for that insight as well. That Squawk and Squeak, that Squawk ability with Squawk and Seize, allowing Leighton to continue refreshing the hand, still allowing Leighton to still utilize the supporter at some stage as well, combined with those Pokemon Catchers. We love a bit of Pokemon Catcher. You know, it has been changed across the years, where it used to be a guaranteed gust into whatever Pokemon you want, and then it was errated effectively to be a flip, to have to hit heads to be able to utilize the ability, as we do see the Dark Patch coming down. Already 2 energies on that Roaring Moon EX as well from the hand attachment. Squawk and Squeeze, baby.
Squawk and Seize, discard your hand and draw 6 new cards on your first turn of the game. Do we see, there's one more Dark Patch and a Pokemon Catcher, Alex.
Here we go.
It could happen. It could happen. Dark Patch is going to be 3 energy onto that Roaring Moon. Are we going to see the Pokemon Catcher? I think we're going to play the Earthen Vessel first. You know, thinning is winning. Let's get too ahead of ourselves here. You know what I mean? But there will be that Pokemon Catcher at some point, and I cannot wait to see if it's going to be heads.
Did we see a supporter in the hand as well? Was there another way to continue going?
I don't think
Restart
I did.
already been used, but again, future turns still has access to that Pokestop, depending on what could be hit there. Maybe hit more of those Pokemon Catchers if one fails.
I did say a Roaring Moon is going to be some high energy gameplay. Okay, so
pure octane here. The Galarian Moltres, more synergy with the discard of the dark energies. It's got its built-in dark patch. Here we go, Shay. Is it going to happen?
Here we go. Here comes the Pokemon.
He's targeting it.
And flip a coin if head stop your opponent's active. Leighton, show us what you got. I can't see.
Oh,
there we go. So we're going to see a free retreat from that Mew EX as well at some point. And with that Calamity Storm being perfect, he's so excited as well. He's throwing the poison markers around. Ooh,
VIP pass. Okay.
You get rid of a Radiant Greninja though, Alex.
Let's start trying to power up a second Roaring Moon EX as well, though. But yes, the Radiant Greninja could have been useful here in this scenario. But another little cute attack from the Mew EX, should he utilize a lot of those E-switches, is potentially bringing up Adam Hawkins' own Greninja. But Adam's target already put down that Manaphy. Maybe didn't know what he was facing up against, but for safety has placed it down.
Okay, so now we're going to catch it. Let's just take a second to compose ourselves. Yes, compose ourselves now. So the Mew EX is going to have a free retreat. So now Leighton can use Calamity Storm, which would be just enough, I believe. Oh, no, wait, it does have to use a Frenzy Gouging, sorry. We 10 off.
It's another big, bulky V Pokemon, Shay. 230 HP itself. So it does have 2 gouging, puts it down to 300 damage, which isn't ideal. And in this scenario, if Adam did prioritize that Cramorant in his hand, it's still available if he's able to get 4 into the Lost Zone. Here's Comfy Flower selecting number 1.
I think the switch card should almost guarantee it, right? Because you can, at worst, you can attach your treat, the Comfy or switch card, and then you can have the Cramorant, so that should be in hand. So, Frenzy Gouging going to get Leighton on the board, but most likely it will be a 2-for-2 swing now.
Yeah, or do you ever consider just kind of leaving it around and start targeting something else with the Cramorant and maybe utilizing and cleaning up with something like, oh, I was going to say cleaning up with Sableye. He doesn't actually play it.
Ooh, interesting.
Of course, with all the different types of energies and big attackers he's utilizing, maybe he just doesn't want to, you know, force another energy type into the actual deck itself.
I was about to say, when you're playing an electric attacker and some dark attackers and some water attackers, trying to squeeze in a couple psychic might not be the easiest thing in the world to do. We could also see a Radiant Greninja coming down, conceal cards. A Moonlight Shuriken could be interesting as well. Yeah,
just having to stretch for the Lost Zone. Currently at 6 there. Would need 1 more to utilize things like a Mirage Gate, or maybe just has to go into the Cramorant and maybe start trying to take it. But here's the big Pokestop. Roaring Moon, Mirage Gate, and both of his dark attackers hitting the discard there. And just the Mirage Gates coming out of that discard pile back into the hand.
Oh, so close to being able to use those Mirage Gates, but I think Adam Hawkins will just have to settle for a spit in the snake. I say just settle, that's still a fantastic turn. You're still going to even up the prize trade and leave a 1 prize attacker in your active when Leighton's deck traditionally is a 2 prize attacking deck. So Adam Hawkins, you know, bringing the pace of play back down to him and say, okay, you had your fancy turn, let me even it out now.
Let me spit not so innocently and take the 2 prizes myself. Now having to stare down at Leighton, trying to rebuild his board, of course. Galarian Moltres V is capable of sort of self-powering up as we see a Pokestop, 3 insta items going straight to the hand after hitting the discard pile as per the Pokestop text, of course.
I don't think Leighton has any playable cards outside of the catcher and some energy though. We are going to see another catcher as a 5, so that's not going to do anything. But I think all we see is energy, Ultra Ball, and emergency jelly. I think Ultra Ball get you out. We filled the bench. We can't use Radiant. Oh, Radiant is in the discard
pile. And attack with the Galarian Moltres V. If he uses Dire Flame Wings there to power it up with the additional energy, can start attacking with Aura Burn. Does another Pokemon that does damage to itself. Does only the 30 damage itself, but starts to put it in range of sort of more, maybe say, less powerful V Pokemon to take big knockouts on 2 prizes, as we do see the Ultra Ball being played as well here. Again, Finning is winning. That's gonna, he's just looking for those important, useful cards for future turns, I think. Has Mew for restart at the same time.
Yep, so can I draw, I believe, is there 3 or maybe 2 cards in the hand.
Yep.
Might be able to draw, I think maybe 1. We'll get a confirmation of that. But
it looks like 2, who knows?
Could be 2.
We'll find out shortly.
Let's have a gander. But yeah, I mean, restarts, oh yeah, it is 1, so we'll get to draw 1.
There you go.
And let's see what that 1 could be. I mean, last time you did a fantastic job of drawing cards. And
energy.
Not quite this time, though, Mew.
One of those many energies. He's already actually plowed through into the discard already, so unlikely a draw there, but we'll be continuing to take knockouts here. Aura Burn for 190 damage, taking out that Cramorant, 30 damage to itself. How will Adam retaliate here?
Yeah, I mean, 190 is not the, the easiest number in the world. It will require some use of Mirage Gates. We're going to see another heavy ball being played there for Adam. Oh no, he's taking a prize card, I should say, from now, so I was a bit confused.
And it's a playable just to get it out of the hand if he ever gets hit with something like an Iono or any other hand disruption cards. So just removing it there.
And yeah, over to Adam. Going to start the turn off there with the Battle VIP. The Flower Techno, I should say. Going to lost zone the Battle VIP pass. And let's see, what's the most ideal attacker here? I mean, 190. Dragonite V's gone, Roaring Moon's gone.
It could have been quite fun to reset up his own Galarian Moltres and deal 190 for that means as well, because obviously powering itself up from the discard does have to Super Rod it back in. There's the Roaring Moon, kind of just another big attacker. Could utilize Roaring Moon as a Calamity Storm attacker, removing the Pokestop from play if he can get it down as well. Mirage Gate in hand. Does have Raihan, which is nice here. Attachment of an energy card from your discard pile. Grab any card you wish from your deck. And it is the Roaring Moon, I should say. And with Mirage Gate, all the combo pieces coming together here for Adam Hawkins.
Yeah, this is going fantastically well, right? Raihan was actually a card that narrowly missed our rotation bracket, as it were. I was trying to champion it in there, but
as was I. As was I.
As was you.
Great card.
As was you. Being able to attach energy is never a bad thing, right? But also being able to get any card from your deck. Such a amazing card.
Yeah, we've seen the power of that Pidgeot EX already. This one has a condition. But at the same time, to utilize it and then also power up another Pokemon with energy, as we do see Calamity Storm taking the return KO here on Leighton's side of the board. Galarian Moltres going down to its partner in crime in reality.
Yeah, a little bit of Roaring Moon and Roaring Moon action. Everyone close your windows. You don't want a Roaring Moon flying in there. Oh my goodness. Now it is over to Leighton. Adam Hawkins. This has been, look how fast of a game this has been. Adam's coming at 2 prize cards and Leighton on 3. So let's see what Leighton can do. The first mini game is to get some dark energy attached to your own Roaring Moon, and I think this match is just going to be who's going to be the first one to miss a KO now, right?
Yeah, 100%. Here's the Galarian Moltres coming down from the Ultra Ball. I wonder what the other card is. Must be an insta playable as well, because he's going to want to try and utilize that Mew EX restart ability once again. We spoke about that emergency jelly as well. That is currently sat on one of those Roaring Moon EXs, trying to keep it out of range of certain attacks once it gets taken down with its own frenzy gouging.
I guess if you was to use Frenzy Gouging in combination with Emergency Jelly, it actually puts you outside the range of Spit Innocently.
Yeah.
And exactly very much as well, which is actually both relevant. So we're going to see the restart to draw. Was that 2 or 3? No, looks like it can be 3. And let's see what this restart grabs. 1, 2, and the third.
It'll be big here.
I see a Trek and Choose an Owner and a Professor's Research.
Yeah, so at least has the supporters to keep plowing through the deck now. Trek and Shoes instant discard of the Battle VIP boss into another Roaring Moon, it looks like. Now it's the decision, which supporter do I play in this scenario? Goes for the Iono.
Now this is interesting because Leighton doesn't have an attacker on board. No, I wouldn't even say close to an attacker on board, and we'll only get 3 cards.
But at the same time, if he does take out the Roaring Moon and then leaves Adam with a massive hand, finding those combo pieces with a Comfey that has an energy attached for free retreat easily anyway, hits the Dark Patch off one of his 3 cards. Is there one more card that allows the energy movement or attachment?
Can't see. What is that other card?
It's a Power Pad Sada.
So I don't think we're going to be seeing an attack here from Leighton, or at least one that's going to be taking a KO at the very least. So going to be a Power Pad, shuffling some supporters. It looks like Iono, and it looks like, I think that's the only supporter that Leighton's played.
Yeah, maybe that's
maybe
that's the only one he needs to really put in, because all you want to do is try and disrupt Adam's hand. Maybe put forward that more Pekka now to not instantly lose this turn.
Yep.
And then just Iono take the knockout and hope Adam is unable to then respond and take the final prize. So gonna do whatever he can, playing to all of his outs.
Yep.
Shay.
Yep. So it looks like we are just going to see, we're going to see a Dire Flame Wings activation. So Energy Switch also would have been an out there for a Roaring Moon. Unfortunately, Leighton did not hit that. So yeah, it's going to have to be a retreat into the more Pekko, I would imagine. That's
a Stone.
Of course. Forgot about that one, didn't we?
Dark Patch
sat there for so long. So yeah, going to see a Dark Patch, I would imagine, or an Energy Switch. Either one of them would be ideal.
Yeah, anyone available. Maybe the energy switch for the time being, because Dark Patch is always live later on. You know, if Adam finds a way to take out all the energies, E-switch is not quite available.
I agree. I think Leighton did take the Dark Patch though, so it must be eyeing up something else, but you are correct. So we are going to see just consult of the discard pile, making sure there is a Dark Energy there, which there obviously is. So Dark Patch, attach that extra. It definitely doesn't attach a power pad, but you're going to attach that Dark Energy. Then we're going to see a free retreat, and it would have to be a frenzied gouging.
This Iono that Leighton had played is going to be massive. What is in Adam's hand? Is there a way to respond after this frenzied gouging? And then the pop of the emergency jelly. Healing is at 120. Yep, perfect. So back on to 80 damage now left. So 150 it needs to do. Adam, can you do it?
Not the easiest number in the world to hit, realistically. So I'm going to start off with a flower selecting. I think we saw a Cramorant there, so that emergency jelly coming in immediately there. Otherwise, that would have been a game wrapped up there for Adam. I'm going to say conceal cards, draw 2.
Not the Ampu very much attack from Iron Hands, but Arm Press deals 160.
So that could be
if there's enough energy around. It comes down to all of these flower selectings. Adam's walking on a tightrope here. He needs a couple of pieces, I reckon.
There is a
Chorus Experiment double from that flower selecting. Big 5 cards.
So Mirage Gate would be very live.
Or a Sealstone. Super Rod is big.
I don't think there's a Mirage Gate though.
How many has he played?
1 Lightning in the discard pile. I don't see a Mirage Gate. Forest Sealstone that are not live at the minute. I don't think there's a V Pokemon in hand. Or is there? No.
Has Emergency Jelly just saved Leighton and won him this game? This is massive here. No target for the Forest Sealstone either. Adam just consulting every one of his pieces here. Does he have an out?
Yeah, does play 2 Lightning Energy. We know one's in the discard pile, so Super Rod would be needed to use an Arm Press as a Battle VIP plus and Water Energy hit the lost zone. But with both Flower Selecting Juice and Conceal cards, I don't think there's going to be any other ways for Adam to dig. So for this turn, we'll have to operate with what's in the hand. I guess there's a Nest Ball as well. Yep, so is there any other V Pokemon for Moltres?
If he shuffled it back in, because when he has to Super Rod it back in now. So I guess Moltres is also another attacker, can power itself up initially with Dire Flame Wings. Whatever Super Rod is available as well to chuck in some energies. Is that one route to victory here? But it still requires that Mirage Gate. But with Forest Sealstone, can grab it? Can he remove that from the active position? So many questions, Shay.
Well, I think I'm fairly certain there's a switch card in hand. So I think if you Super Rod in the Moltres, and then you can Dire Flame Wings 1.
Does he have it?
And then you Forest Sealstone for the Mirage Gate and then switch card. I think that sounds right in my head. Let's see if we are correct. We're going to see the Forest Sealstone activation. There's the Mirage Gate.
Energies.
Energy, Water Energy, Dire Flame Wings activation, switch card, and that should wrap up the game for Adam.
Just get confirmation of that hand, Adam. Does he have it? You're pretty certain, Shay.
I think I've gone on a limb here.
There it is.
There it is. There's the switch card. So switch card, Dire Flame Wings activation. Going to grab a Dark Energy from the discard pile, Aura Burn for game. And Adam Hawkins wins our game 1 here in our round 14 feature match here at the Utrecht special event.
Wow, what a back and forth. Instant knockouts here, there, and everywhere. But Adam Hawkins finding the right combo pieces there to finally take down that last 2 prizer. Writing was really like close to being on the wall there for Adam, but found the couple of combo pieces, found the Chorus's Experiment, and just burst into life with that Dire Flame Wings into Aura Burn.
Yeah, and that Dire Flame Wings, you know, typically now Moltres is a bit of a weaker attack, I think it's safe to say. 190, not the greatest of numbers, but being able to attach an energy from the discard pile to itself means it's much more easier to use. And we saw, because it's a V Pokemon and not an EX like Roaring Moon, it can be an activator for that Forest Sealstone. And sometimes, after an Iono, being able to grab any card from your deck and attach an energy from a discard pile is all you need to close out games.
Yeah, this is really riveting action here. Leighton being able to force the pressure on Adam with that early KO on the Dragonite V as well with his own Roaring Moon EX. After the Pokemon Catcher heads, so much going on. I'm really excited to see how the back and forth may happen once again in this sort of just such a arguably very close matchup.
It really is. Like, traditionally, Lost Box can be seen a bit of a slower deck, especially when it's paired with Giratina. But Adam Hawkins' deck is built for the early game. 2 copies of Dark Energy prize for Adam, does play 4.
2 Professor Sada's Vitality for Leighton side of the board.
That's his only 2 copies of Professor Sada.
So has to rely on Dark Patches and Dire Flame Wings to power up his attackers.
That's also his only boss as well. He only plays 1 boss.
Doesn't matter when you hit heads like Pokemon Catcher, Shay.
This is true. As it looks like our game 2 is getting started here. Adam's going to start the turn off there. I think with a Hisuian heavy ball. I think that's how he started.
Wow, again, we're mirroring the exact of game 1 here with that Dragonite V in the active slot. Was that a Manaphy? Oh no, it was a Comfey taken, wasn't it?
Yes, Comfey.
And Comfey into the active position now with that Jet Energy. So able to start plowing through some of the Lost Zone cards. And we do see the Forest Sealstone instantly played by Dragonite as well. Battle VIP pass. We're going to miss you.
Adams isn't missing it right now, though. And that's what you want to see, right? When you're 1 game up in a day 2 scenario, marching towards top 8, if you just get that Battle VIP pass, get all your friends down, get Comfey, get Greninja, get Dragonite, get whatever you like, that's what you really want to do.
Yeah, and we're very likely to see a retreat into the second Comfey as well. Start just activating that Lost Zone as quick as possible. Do see the concealed cards first, have a little bit more information into his hand as we do see the retreat now. Dancing around the flower selecting. Here we go. Raihan, a card that proves
rope.
So useful before. Escape rope goes. Does have Beach Court in hand, so has another escape rope actually in hand as well.
All right, can Leighton match the intensity that was turn 1 last time? I see a Battle VIP pass, I see an Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, and I see a Professor's Research. Battle VIP pass to open us out. Going to search for any 2 Pokemon. It looks like Leighton's going to immediately eye up that Squawkabilly for that Squawk and Seize.
Yeah, 100%. Maybe even try and utilize those Pokemon catchers again. Force the issue at hand here. Try and put Adam on the back foot, knowing still only 2 in the Lost Zone. Obviously, it can very quickly burst into the 7, but for the time being, there's a way and a world, again, where Leighton could potentially find a way to gust up that Dragonite V, take 2 early prizes, and start forcing the issue here in this round 14 of our Pokemon special event in Utrecht.
We're going to see Town Store as a stadium. Worth noting the Pokestop was very integral for Leighton's turn 1 in the last game, so that will no longer be an option as it does find a Forest Sealstone, I imagine, to get attached to that Galarian Moltres V. But I tell you what, Alex, if I'm Leighton, I'm thinking, right, I did my optimal turn 1 last time. I removed the 2 prizes from play and you were able to respond. Fair enough. I don't think you can do that again. So I've been trying to run the gambit and be like, go on and do it 2 times in a row. I dare ya. Yeah. That's what I'd be saying.
Well, 100%. Maybe try and find something like that emergency jelly to support that first quick attack as well next time.
For sure.
Saves himself from that Cramorant, because that's where Adam couldn't quite hit the 7 in Los Santos Mirage Gate in that aspect. As we do see the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule attached as well.
We're going to see the
Pokemon Catcher already is ahead. Dragonite V is in the active spot once again. Could we see it run back?
There we go. We're going to see that Squawk and Seize. Discard your hand and draw 6. As long as it's the first turn of the game, discarding a Professor's Research. And was that another Pokemon Catcher, I believe? Something along those lines. We do see the Mew EX getting benched as well. I see 1 Dark Patch. I don't think I see any other form of energy acceleration.
No energy yet in the discard, so not useful from this scenario.
True.
So just kind of working out which Pokemon needs to be played down here. Looks like maybe giving up a Galarian Moltres V. Not one of those decks that plays any recovery for Pokemon either. As we do see
no, played Professor Research first. I apologise, sir.
Absolutely.
Played Professor Research first, and now it's a Squawk and Seize. Discard your hand and draw.
So another 6 fresh cards here. Ultra Ball in hand. Switch card into the Mew, so maybe he can go down and decrease his hand size to a point where he can utilize Restart. Has 1 Dark Patch available. Has to work out the combo pieces here. We do see the Radiant Greninja, another Pokemon Catcher.
Another basic energy.
It's another card that is normally insta-playable, but has already got the Dragonite V in the active spot.
Well, I guess it would be a bit sad, but you could just attach for turn, Dark Patch, Forest Seal Stone for a Dark Patch, right? That would get you the attack, but you'd rather that Forest Seal Stone be used for a bit more than a Dark Patch, I feel.
We always talk about value, Shay. Always talk about value. Maybe he tries to find a way to get Restart going first. Trekking Shoes. Is it a good card? He keeps it. Ooh, he's trying to decide.
Urban Vessel.
It does discard an energy from the hand, but it has Ultra Ball to do that already.
Yeah, it does.
He's just trying to work out the best optimal plays. Maybe you can get an energy out and then Ultra Ball away further energies.
I guess if you was to grab the, you could get your hand down further for Restart as well, if you want to take this.
We're combining the thinning is winning with the value that we get from pricing here.
Okay.
Earthen Vessel, 1 energy. Maybe grab just the 1 Ultra Ball, 2 energies away. Oh, so many decisions. Try and optimize the lines. Double energy taken. Ultra Ball away. Energy in hand to attach, of course. And then maybe just a Restart. If you can hit either or the Dark Patch or the energy switch. Remember, Moltres is still there on the board as well.
I guess Letton does have a lot of battles. Does play a full 4 copies of energy switch as well, worth noting.
Odds are quite high.
They are. They really are.
Odds are quite high.
And you've always got the Forest Seal Stone to back you up as well. That's your get out of jail free card if needed.
And don't forget that Ancient Booster Energy Capsule providing Roaring Moon with an additional 60 HP. So it's another way. It doesn't really save from the Cramorant, unfortunately. But it's better than nothing, is what I can say.
We go Restart for 2 then, Alex. I see a Dark Energy. I see Trekking Shoes.
Trekking Shoes, we keep going.
Go on, Liam, put your shoes on, lad. Here we go. Oh, not going to take the Roaring Moon. Gets an Ultra Ball.
We'll have to utilize that Forest Seal Stone. Again, and a powerful ability. Not ability. Well, it is an ability. So Alchemy being able to tutor and take any card out of the deck. We've seen it with Raihan, we've seen it with Quick Search, we've seen it with Arceus V-Star.
And there we go. You do see Star Alchemy being used, allowing Leighton to grab any card from his deck. I imagine Dark Patch or Energy Switch would be the target. He's going to show us it is a Dark Patch.
Yep, exactly what we're after here. As that Galarian Moltres V, I'm sure will take an energy. Already has one from the Diaflame Wings as well.
Yep.
So just beginning to try and set up a second attacker at the same time. And, you know, this is where he's going to force the issue on Adam once again.
So there we go. We're going to have that Roaring Moon inactive just like game 1 this time. Does have the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. Like I said, doesn't actually push you outside the range of spit instantly, unfortunately. But it's still 2 prize cards turn 1, as that Frenzy Gouging will do 200 damage to the active Roaring Moon. 90 HP remaining on the Roaring Moon now. Still well within range of that Cramorant, although it has sent 1 of his 2 Cramorants to the lost zone already, as we do see a flower selecting here from Adam's side of the board. That hand seems massive. Iron hands, just the hands going straight to the lost zone as well, Shay. Wow, that's a statement, isn't it? Just send it straight to the lost zone. As well, I can see Town Store again as a stadium that Adam can use, being able to grab any tool card. We saw the Forest Soul Stone be so impactful. The second one. There we go. The second one comes down. Maybe could have utilized that thinning before the flower selecting. Oh, that is true. That is true. But, you know, he's there. I'm here. He's the one playing it out. He's fitting his deck to try and win this game too as well. What's the next move, Adam? What have you got? I guess you could do... is Radiant Greninja live here? You could... KO active. Needs to get to the 7. Some damage first. Needs to get to the 7. Oh, yeah, on true. 4 now. On 4, yeah. Forest Experiment will take him up to 6. But, yeah, it's live. If you're correct, Shay, it would be incredibly impactful. Because if you start targeting down maybe that Galarian Moltres V, that would then be put into range after attacking, but into Cramorant range again. So many questions to be asked here. There's the 3rd Convey. That would allow Adam to hit the 7 alongside a Chorus's Experiment. Oh, Escape Rope looking ironed up here. I guess if he was to go for Moonlight Shuriken, doesn't matter if the Roaring Moon's in the active, right? So that could be a fairly safe. Chorus Experiment in hand as well. In hand, yeah. There's definitely double water energy in the discard. Does mean, well, there should be 2 left unless any are prized. 1 is prized. Does need to hit Super Rod. Okay. As you can see, Flower Selection there for double Lost Vacuum. That's an easy decision there. Forest Seal Stone, obviously not as useful, just removing it from the hand for the time being. Yeah, is that a yeah, there definitely is a Lost Vacuum's also away. Then can use Raihan to find his movements around all these, again, these combo pieces, opening up avenues for Adam to try and find a way to maybe get off a Moonlight Shuriken here. And I love watching this Lost Box deck. Hey, it's just so different to the
That's not what you said earlier.
No, but I like this style. I like this. Look at this, damage flying everywhere. You know, big attackers. That Raihan accelerating water energy from the discard pile, and then you can grab any card from your deck. Did you see what that was?
I think maybe a switch card was what he moved towards the front of his deck initially, but need confirmation because he's probably done quite a bit of dancing already with the escape ropes and the beach court.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a switch card. Does have Mirage Gate in hand, so apologizes for shuffling up. A lot of players like to maybe do things all in one motion, but this is more correct. Of course, shuffling up before making that right decision. And here we see the extra water energy and another attached to the Radiant Greninja is going to be staring down at Leighton's board and going, I'm taking one big thing out and dealing a lot of damage to another. Yes. What are you going to do about it?
Just so efficient. Moonlight Shogun going to take, 2 prizes on that Roaring Moon. Leaves the Radiant Greninja in the active as well. I was going to counter catch up the Roaring Moon. I'd make it even harder for Leighton to get back in this game. I'm just going to spread this 90 damage around. So they're going to take 2 prize cards there. And where's the other 90 going? Could go active, could go Moltres, could even go Mew. That'd be a 2-shot on a Mew. Or the Squawkabilly as well, actually.
I guess you'd like to think that the Radiant Greninja probably wouldn't be around going forward if Leighton could obviously retaliate in some way, shape or form. So getting off a second Moonlight Shuriken can quite be difficult in this deck. So just putting the damage on the next viable attacker, which is likely to be that Galarian Moltres V, and setting up for maybe that Cramorant to come in and once again spit not so innocently.
I think Leighton's hand isn't the greatest here. I think might just have to try and play the hand down and rely on a restart to try and get out of this. I don't think there's even any energy in the hand, so concealed cards might not be a way out of this.
Yeah, a lot of reliance on that restart. We know how strong of ability it is.
Oh, there is a basic energy in hand. I apologize.
Yeah, sometimes free cards just ain't always enough there from that Ultra Ball. Has had to expend and go through his deck quite a lot, so there's not actually many basic Pokemon left or any Pokemon left in the deck. There was a lot of Roaring Moons that left from either being knocked out or from the trekking shoes. The Galarian Moltres V had to be pitched away with a with Squawk and Squeeze, but we do see the final Roaring Moon, I believe, that's available to Leighton. But beyond that, does he need any more is the real question.
I don't think so. I think you're going to have to win with what's on board now. We do see energy getting attached to the Mew. We're going to see it. Whoa. We're going to see a genome hack for a Moonlight Shuriken back. Oh my goodness, that would be iconic.
This could be
energy switch. He got it. He got it.
Escape rope. Energy switch. Oh my god. Too much excitement.
Well, wait, can he get the Roaring Moon out of the active first?
That's the biggest bit. That's the big question.
I don't think he can. No way. There's no way of getting a...
Can it continue to draw cards?
I mean, wait.
Each court needs one energy attachment.
One down. Hold on.
So many questions.
Hold on. So the Roaring Moon has a 1 retreat cost technically, right? Because of Beach Court. Energy switch in hand. We've already seen a manual attachment. So...
he's just looking for every avenue. Can he maneuver the energy off and then maneuver an energy back on? So now we can retreat with Beach Court, which is live. I don't think we get the attack off.
I don't think we can. Nope. And I guess with that Radiant Greninja getting sent out, that's going to close the door. And got a little bit excited there for a sec. We were close.
We were close. It was one piece of the puzzle away from that side. It's just a pass over. Unfortunate for Leighton there. Just hitting 1 card to view. I mean, I got excited with Escape Rope. Everything was going on there.
And now all of a sudden, the Radiant Greninja, Moonlight Shuriken could be live again.
Could be live again.
For Adam.
Could be live again for Adam. And it's just kind of beginning to maybe set up what's available. We'll need to hit that Super Rod again this time.
Yes.
That we've mentioned so before. And there's the Manaphy. Maybe close that avenue down.
I would. Stop that now. You scared me a little bit there.
I saw 2 energies go on that Mew. That's never happening again.
Yeah. You had your chance. Now let me firmly close that door.
Yeah, exactly that. Cramorant obviously important as well for Adam as an additional attacker. Already pitching 1 to the Lost Zone. Oh, man, my heart rate.
Yeah, what is my heart? I got my little monitor here. We're a solid 74 right now. Golly. As that mana piece has come down, so we've got that Water Veil going to protect those bench Pokemon. Those Comphase are now safe from those Moonlight Shurikens.
Yeah, Super Rod already in hand as well, so maybe just starting to set up with another Mirage Gate. Won't be taking a knockout necessarily this turn, but let's just make it so that it's as difficult as possible for Leighton to find a way out of this sticky situation.
Tell you what this Moonlight Shuriken would do, right? If you targeted both the Roaring Moon, that denies Frenzy Gouging. You'd actually KO yourself at that point, right?
Does, but I guess at the board state right now, would you need to Frenzy Gouging?
This is true.
But you're right, you're right. It limits what Leighton can do, so great observation there, Shay.
I guess, actually, if you can't Frenzy Gouging, that forces a stadium down for Calamity Storm. Into like a crime rant or something, right? So
yeah,
there would be a little bit of logic there.
No, I agree. That's why it was a good observation. He's holding on to the other Raihan in hand as well. Yeah. So how useful that was. Here we go, Moonlight Shuriken, another 90 on that Galarian Moltres V, and 90 on the Mew was that?
Yeah, it was the Mew, yeah. I guess, well, yeah, I mean, you could two-shot it, I guess.
You could Moonlight Shuriken 3 times back to back to back.
I mean, look at it. Yeah, I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world to imagine. There's Emergency Jelly getting attached for Leighton. This might have to be another restart for 1 here. Oh, no, we're going to see the Dark Flame Wings activation. There we go. But there's an energy switch in hand, actually, I believe. So we can at least move this. Remember that Greninja does retreat for free on the beach court. Energy
going to the Galarian Moltres V now from that energy switch. As we do see the restart, 1 not so useful card, but energy, basic dark energy available as well. Another pitch there, we're concealed. Oh, that's 2 battle VIP pass and Iono.
Iono's not bad. Because if you are going to attack, I mean, I don't know, if you're Leighton, do you attack with this Moltres? It's your only attacker right now. But I guess with that Moonlight Shuriken, a Moonlight Shuriken again from Adam would close the game up, right?
So you have to find a way to remove
deny that.
This Greninja right now. Can't give Adam another opportunity here to Moonlight Shuriken.
No. I mean, to be fair, if your opponent Moonlight Shurikens 3 times in a game, it's going to be quite hard, right? So you got to do everything you can to stop that happening. Just moons everywhere. You got Roaring Moon over here. You got Moonlight Shuriken over there.
Already dealt 360 damage by itself just in 2 turns.
Wow.
What a card.
Who would have thought a basic Pokemon that has G-Max Rapid Throw, kind of? Good, eh? And cards.
And has built-in draw. What a radiant Pokemon.
Who thought that?
It is truly shining.
Yeah, let's go.
Earthen Vessel pitching that dark energy as we go back to the action, of course.
Yep.
Hopefully we're not confusing you viewers as we try and give you as much information as possible. Galarian Moltres to the active spot now. Dealing damage, 30 damage to itself, 10 HP remaining.
10 HP remaining. It's a good thing in the hands is in the lost zone, because that'd be all she wrote there. Well, at least got to take 1 extra.
Yeah, would slow it down quite a lot, but if I maybe find a way to utilize.
Ooh, that was a Super Rod, right? Is that Mirage Gate in hand? Oh, was that Nest Ball? I think the Moonlight Shuriken's live, Alex. I think we could immediately see it again. Super Rod shuffles in the water energy, #2 plus the Radiant Greninja. Nest Ball would be all she wrote.
It's all coming together. I was just about to get hoping for a Manaphy Splash, but
yeah, I mean, that would have worked.
A Raid Splash from Manaphy would have taken the KO here, but this could end the game if Adam's able to pitch back up with those Mirage Gates onto that Radiant Greninja. Let's see if he's able to do it. He's got 1 in hand.
We'll still need 1 more energy, though. Oh, as it gets discarded. So,
let's conceal cards.
Boss. Oh, I don't
just needed to draw some cards. I mean, he's taking the knockout here regardless. He doesn't have to force the issue. Is the main thing. It has Boss in hand, so just takes this out. So next turn, he can guarantee it with Boss in hand as well.
Yeah.
So it's on Leighton to try and prevent that. That Mew could be healed with that Switch Cart in hand.
True.
Ooh,
actually.
Was a little bit more chaos in this matchup.
A little bit more chaos. Okay.
There we go. Some healing
coming up.
Beach Court already in play, so it does mean he has another free retreater on the board as well. So maybe nothing to worry about. There's the Squawk ability.
Yeah, you're correct.
EX. Does need to find a number of cards, though.
I mean, the Professor's Research is a good way to do that. Discard your hand and draw 7.
Despite taking 3 prizes, still missed the Professor Sada's Vitality. That still win the prizes there. The 2 of that he does play. There's a Dark Patch. Is there an energy attachment from hand? No.
I don't think there was. Energy had been flying around a lot this game. I don't think I saw.
Could we get down to a restart, maybe?
Or, I mean, you have to play the catcher. Ultra Ball catcher. Oh, you probably could, actually. Ultra Ball gets rid of 2 cards. Catcher gets, well, you have to just insta-play your catcher. But then, yeah, so I think you, at best, you can draw 1.
I mean, yeah.
Oh,
it's
with a pass.
That Squawk ability looking to try and tank a hit. Loads of cards in Adam's hand, but bench locked. Gusting 4. Doesn't even need to. Maybe, yeah, it would be 10 HP off.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
The switch card was massive there.
And we're just going to see the spit innocently into that Squawk ability. Leighton's going to play that Pokemon catcher now. Oh, yeah. Got to use the legal one. Oh, that's a 5.
50-50 for Leighton today on the stream matches.
So now we can.
Let's have Iono.
Is that 3 Battle VIP pass in hand?
At least they're going to the bottom of the deck, Shay.
This is true. This is true. And
what's remaining? Is that deck really thin?
It looks like it. And I guess that boss from Adam is now put to the bottom as well. I mean, it wasn't to know that.
It's like 1 card on top. So what is that final card there? Maybe 2 it was, but there's a Pokestock. I don't think there's much left.
No.
For Leighton, I think all those resources were expended just from having to burst through to try and get that turn 1 KO in the Dragonite V.
We won't be able to retreat the Squawk ability now, though, since the Pokestop has been placed. And there we go. Yeah.
I think writing was on the wall. Congratulations to Adam, who takes game 2 of this Swiss round 14 at this Pokemon special event in Utrecht, pushing himself into a fantastic spot to try and make it into top 8. Commiserations to Leighton.
Yeah, I think played it really well, you know.